Hey everybody, it's Kurt with XLKites. We're out here, it's the middle of January, a nice sunny day in Florida. Yeah, I know, jealous. But what we're going to do today is we've got some of the five best light wind kites that we can find. And we're going to get out here, we got a bunch of local riders and some of my instructors are going to get out here and test them. And we're going to go and give our feedback so you guys can have the best light wind kite available. Okay everybody, this is the new Rodeo Flight. Real quick on the bar. Again, just a really nice simple bar. It does have hard ends on it. It does have an above the bar depower system if you do like. Also this one has got elastic in it, so it kind of springs up so it's not flying around as much. Works very well, very easy to adjust. This one does have a stopper also. So if you want to try those let go of the bar tricks, could be done with this one. Also another feature we like, this one has those chute handles on both sides. It really helps with the relaunching of a kite. We really don't use them anymore for safety, but when you're relaunching a kite, it's a lot easier to hold one of these than it is to hold the string, we find. Once again, really simple, really nice bar.
The Flight is a magical kite that came from another realm. I don't know how Ocean Rodeo did it. The bar pressure on that kite is very light. It turns very fast. It just pulls. It feels like a much smaller kite, other than it just pulls like a really big kite.
The Flight is by far my favorite kite out here. The Flight is really, really a neat kite. It has real light bar pressure, so you have to be careful you're not overshooting it. But it goes. I was riding the fastest on the Flight, and it turned great. I loved it. A little bit of jumping I did on the Flight. Even with the current, I was able to stay up in the water.
My favorite kite out here, by far, no doubt about it. It's fast, it turns, it's very responsive. It's fingertip bar pressure. That's what you were saying, that's what I like. I like real light bar pressure. It's got the lightest out here. We'll see what you do as far as the looping speeds. It's usually really fast. It looks like it's the fastest kite out here for such a big kite. I'd own one of those in a heartbeat if I could do that.
Flight 2, nice surprise for us. That kite flies really fast. That's the one thing I take away from that almost more than anything else. The kite seems like it flies. I mean, it's definitely down like around a 14 switchblade or maybe something a little smaller. It's so fast, it's hard to believe you're flying a 17. The power that it feels like it pulls with about the same as like say the turbine or the core. I mean, it's right in there with that, and yet it turns significantly faster. The bar is awfully nice. Love the above the bar depower. That's my only problem with maybe say the turbine is that below the bar. Don't like that. Above the bar depower. The grab handles on the side, which work fantastic for relaunch on the kite. Super easy. Really like that. Nice flying kite.
Finally, the Flight 2. just an awesome kite. The bar pressure is amazing. Just the feel of the kite just feels really, really comfortable. I think it's just a really comfortable kite to fly. Most guys just kind of gravitate to it. It just flies right. And the bar pressure on it's amazing, and the speed is also really nice for its size. All right, this is the Contra 17 by Cabrinha. Real quick, looking at the bar. Bar is very clean. It's probably one of the more comfortable bars you see out there. The soft pads on the end. This one also has the on-the-fly adjustments, where you can adjust the length of the bar to speed her up or slow down the kite. Very nice little system they have there. This bar has probably got the most throw out of any bar you're going to see. But because of the recoil system, everything's pretty close, able to access the deep power. Same kind of deep power straps that you see on the Renegade. One little thing nicer, they don't hang around and dangle as much. Much cleaner system on the bar. And then the swiveling center line, if you start doing back rolls and front rolls to unspin your line, works out very, very well.
See, the Contra pulls really well and it goes upwind well. When you go to do jumps and tricks on it and really light wind, you may actually need to pull some of the power out of it because it'll go upwind so well. But then when you go to loop it or do a little jump on it, you may actually have to pull some of the power out because it seems to set too far in the window. So if you throw a loop, it'll stall out on you without stealing some of that power out. The Contra pulls fantastic.
Contra is a fun kite. It pulls really, really hard. I was able to stay upwind reasonably well with it. Didn't stall at all. I liked it.
The Contra, the pull on the Contra to me seemed very consistent and strong. Good blow in. I was able to get upwind really well with that kite. I like the bar pressure on it. Modern bar pressure, I would say, compared to the other kites. It seemed to ride forward in the window. I heard yeah, you can edit that part out. What Bill said about it stalling a little bit as you turn the kite or overshoot the kite, and I ran into that a couple times. But I love that kite. It's a really good kite. I wouldn't mind having it.
Sure. Contra, pretty nice, solid, steady pull, not super fast, but not overly slow. Felt like it pulled really nice and solid, very easy bar pressure on it, but not so light where you really got to watch it a lot. It was just, felt nice and strong, sturdy pull on the Contra. The bar, same kind of Cabrinha bar that you know they've had, nice and solid.
The Contra, I think, is probably one of the harder pulling kites out of the bunch, if not the hardest. It really does pull. It sits back in the window. You got to kind of concentrate on it a little bit to get it upwind, but it does get upwind. When we were doing testing the other day, that was probably the loftiest kite we had. And once again, Cabrinha just makes really solid stuff. Really like the Contra.
Go ahead and talk.
Just got off the Contra 17. Great bar setup and everything. The bar pressure is light until you got to steer it. You got to really put some input in to steer it. My goodness, it pulls so hard. When you jump, even in very light wind, you get such great hang time. It gives you plenty of time to throw a spin or a front loop, whatever you're trying to do in there. Did that sound like Fruit Loop? I meant a front roll. Looping the kite sometimes still will stall it out, but you can trim it out to prevent that from happening. And just the Contra's all around a great kite. One of the hardest pulling kites I've ridden in a while, especially in this very, very light one.
Okay, this is the brand new 2014 Turbine. As you see, the bar has not changed much over the years. Still the above the bar swivel. The butter box is a little different, a little bit more heavy duty, shouldn't break as easy. One issue we've always had complaints is we still have the below the bar depower on this. A lot of guys don't care for this, they'd rather be above the bar. Besides that, other than that, very, very solid bar, no issues. Also, this is another one with the chute handle that really helped for the relaunch of the Kite. Other than that, nice solid, no changes, just kind of a good old solid slingshot system.
The turbine, this is a turbine, it's a great kite. Pulls hard, turns fast. The bar pressure feels a little lighter this year than from last year. Just great all around puller. You can jump and back loop it and spin it, and whatever you want to do, and the kite doesn't seem to stall out. So I'm real pleased with that one.
Turbine I love. I have a turbine. The new turbine seems to have a little bit less bar pressure than mine. Love the kite, hate the bar. Enough said.
I own a turbine. I like the turbine. What can you say? A turbine's a turbine. Real good low end this year. It seems to be a lot like last year's kite from what I can tell too. You guys have said the same thing. The bridle points seem a lot different to me when I look at the kite. It seems to fly the same in the air. Get upwind okay with it. Yeah, I like the turbine.
Turbine pretty much feels and flies to me just like a 2012, 2013 turbine. I've said before, it just really should be called Old Faithful. It does exactly what it has been doing. It performs well, rides well. As soon as you turn it and get it going, it just pulls. Turbine, nice solid feel. You don't have to look at it to know where it is. Kite just, it's as good as it always has been. No change on it.
Turbine does what it's always done. If you've seen the 2013, you kind of know the 2014. Same kind of feel, same speed, same power. Just it's a reliable kite. Probably it'd be the best kite for a beginner, just because it's going to do what you want it to do. It's not fast, not twitchy, just a nice solid kite. Okay, this is the Core XR3. But this is the same old sensor bar. The bar is not changed. Real quick, nice above the bar depower. Unlike the Ocean Rodeo, it doesn't have that elastic, so it does kind of dangle a little bit. But we do have the little Velcro sticker right there. This is probably the smallest bar out of all the kites as far as diameter and length. Which is amazing because this is the biggest kite. So it's really designed specifically for this kite. Other than that, very, very simple kite, very, very simple bar. The other thing I'm going to talk about is how to untwist the lines. The lines don't twist above the bar, they always twist below. So anytime you do back rolls or front rolls, all you have to do is just shoot in all the way, and your lines are untwisted. And this is also the only other kite, the only kite I've seen without a push or pull system. This one is a twist. Quick release. So that is something a little different on the Core. Other than that, really nice, simple bar.
The Core just pulls, what's even better than fantastic. The Core 19 pulls really well, it turns really fast. Even for a 19, it turns just as fast as any of the 17s we were flying today. One of the hardest pulling kites we flew today. It's I'm a little wary of it in heavier winds. It may not depower as well as some of the other kites, but it's going to pull you really well.
The Core was a neat kite. I liked the Core. It pulled really, really hard. I could stay upwind pretty well with it. It turned fast. Yeah, I like the core. It was fun.
OMG, you know, I was talking to my daughters. The core, I loved everything about the core. Real light blower pressure. I could get upwind like crazy on that kite. It's bigger than the other kites, but turns fast. You know, I was looping the kite pretty well, and you know, we'd come around and sponsor me and power through the loop. Where some of the other kites didn't power through the loop, they kind of stalled in the back end of the loop, and then I'd have to, you know, work it real hard to get going again. So I love everything about the core.
Core. I like this XR3 more than I like the XR2. This 19 seems like they added a little extra oomph in the bottom end on it. Still turns really well, and it seems awfully hard to believe that it turns so well with such a small bar. I mean, it's the biggest kite that we flew. Turns well. Everything on it's designed really well, so I like the pull on it, and you feel like you can kind of maneuver that kite around and have a little fun with it. So nice flying kite for a big girl for sure.
The XR3 is a lot better, I think, than the XR2 as far as the power, goes. The XR2 we felt didn't pull as much as some of the other kites. This kite does pull. I was actually able to hold my ground and get a little upwind on it. Surprising, I was the lightest rider today. Does have a good amount of power. The speed on it is amazing. It does not have a lot of D power. I have a feeling it's going to be the first kite that's going to get you out of control when the wind picks up, but it does pull. You probably noticed that there's a kite missing out of our review, and that's the Epic Infinity. Well, we got out there and we tested out all the kites, and all the reviewers seemed to think that there was something wrong or something wasn't right with the way the kite was flying. We got in touch with Dimitri, who was very nice to send us the kite for us to test, and we let him know that the kite was not flying, was not performing like we think it should, or like we heard it did. So we kind of looked at some things, and we think there was a production error in that kite that we got. So right now, we're sending that kite back to Dimitri. He's going to check it out, see if there's any problems with it, send it back to us, and we're going to retest it when we get back. I did not want to put out a negative review on something that is not a review of what the actual product is. So Dimitri's being very nice, and he's working with us we're shipping the kites around, getting it to him as soon as possible. He's going to get it back to us, and then we're going to go out there and test it. So just keep your eyes out. We'll have the rest of the review as soon as we get the kite back, and we'll let you know about that one. But besides that, enjoy the rest of the video. So now you would, if you had to buy a kite, you would get the...
Yeah, the Contra is the kite to buy now.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. Which one? Fly the Flight. Okay. Okay.
Definitely a Flight 2. It's fun to fly. That's the 3 key words there. Even powered just like all the other ones. This one makes you feel like you can go out and in nothing that you can actually have some fun, maybe do some loops, rolls, whatever it is you want to do. It's fun to fly.
If I had to pick one, honestly, I think it would be either the Flight or the Contra. I'm kind of torn between those two because I really like both of those.